Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Stefan's Kitchen. I am Stefan and today let's cook beer battered onion rings. Now this is the same batter that I made for the beer battered fish, which is your basic, one beer, and you pour it into a bowl and mix it with enough flour for it to make a batter to, the thickening of your likeness. I guess that's the way of putting it. But yeah, if you want a thinner batter, don't put in as much flour. If you want a thicker batter, put in more. It all depends on how you like it. But next, we're going to take some onions, and you don't want to cut onions too thin. At least, that's the way I prefer them. I prefer to have them in a thicker cut, usually. So, basically, I usually like to, I guess they're called like a steak cut, which is pretty thick, like a half an inch, not an inch though, about a half inch, maybe a little smaller sometimes, but some people do prefer them thin, so if that's the way you like them, that's the way you can have them. It doesn't really matter. Generally, the smaller they are, the quicker they will cook, so you just want to be aware of that, because you don't want to have soggy batter that's not cooked and then an onion that's overcooked. So you just want to try and have a happy medium. That's why I usually stick to a thicker cut for them. Next, you're going to take all your onions apart, and in order to reduce some of the really harsh onion flavor, especially that are present in yellow onions, what we're going to do is we're going to soak them in ice water for 30 minutes. So basically just fill up your bowl with your onions, put in your water, put in some ice cubes, and leave it in the fridge for about a half an hour. Next, the only thing you have to do is to put your onions directly into the batter for the onion rings, or the beer batter for the onion rings, and slowly put them into the deep fryer. Now, I say slowly as I pretty much throw them in there, but I'm not worried so much for myself, even though I did burn myself near the end. A couple of spatters got up on my arm. But other than that, as long as you take it slow and you let them drop in there slowly, they won't usually stick onto your basket, and they won't splatter back up on you. And usually it splatters back up on you based on the fact that any moisture that it gets, in other words, the beer that's in the batter, it's gonna, make the oil, pop and stuff. But again, you only want to leave these in here long enough for them to get to a nice golden color, which we'll just see in a second. And usually what I do, when I take them out, I'll usually season them with a little bit of sea salt. That way it's, lightly seasoned. I don't put any salt in my batter whatsoever. That way they keep the salt closer to the outside, so if people don't like as much salt, then they don't have to have it. So anyways, there you have it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you have any comments or concerns, questions, or any recipes you'd like for me to try, please leave them below. And be sure to like, favorite, and share this video however you like, Facebook, Twitter. Any means necessary is fine by me. So thank you all for watching. I'm Stefan for Stefan's Kitchen, and we'll see you guys soon.